So we're good here? Right. Awesome. Good to go. Welcome to Palm Beach Touch for our summer season 2019. Matthew Gilbertson here along with Dave Parker. This is a mixed division 6 game in front of us. Touchy Feelys versus Allied Forces. Straight away what we see here, Dave, is one of the great things about our game, and that's the ability for parents and kids to run around together in a social atmosphere.
Yep, 100%. Got a few of our young rep boys playing in the blue side.
Allied Forces?
Yeah, Allied Forces, yeah, which is good to see, and I think they got, as you say, some of their parents having a run with them, which is great to see.
So do you recognise some of these kids, Dave?
Yeah, you got young Declan that just played the ball there, played in our under-14s along with, I'm not quite sure of number 12's name, but he played in our under-14s as well.
And we've got we've got a very experienced referee and also a younger referee out here with us. Mark Tewksbury's done a lot of work. Oh, here we go, straight through.
Through the middle.
Straight through, a bit of a staggered defensive line there. It's something.
Oh, the big roll at the end. bit of theatre.
Yeah,
it's great to see.
Showboating's allowed. Showboating's allowed.
So yeah, we got young Bailey Sewell refereeing out here, one of our upcoming young referees, who's just come back from Junior State Cup. I think he may have got an upgrade there.
Fantastic.
Be wrong there.
Good to see. Hey, Mark's been refereeing for a long time. Mark is now, I don't know how old Mark is, but he's well into his 60s, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's going better than me, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure I won't be running when I'm 60.
Well, Mark runs, 4 games or 5 games a night, and he runs at multiple locations, so his ability to get his body up night after night in the park is really commendable. Touch is made there, changeover on the line. So this Touchy Feely team looks like a new team. Their 6th player is still warming up on the sideline to get on, so they're playing with 5 at the moment, which made that last score even a little bit better.
Yes. Yeah, they've got looks like they've got missing a girl at the moment, so she's just about to get onto the field.
She's just sorting out the young one first before she leaves him behind. Here we go.
So they've even got a couple of young boys playing as well in the Touchy Feely team. It's good to see new teams coming into our comp.
Yeah, very close to capacity here, but always good to see new players. And again, this is social touch. This is about having fun, learning some skills on the way. And
so great to see on the wing here for the blue side. Number 10 is one of our Super Series sponsors. Essential Economics, I think they call.
Bookkeeping business, yes?
Yes. So we've got, she's going to kill me. The lady's name escapes me at the
Kai's
moment.
mum.
Kai's mum, that's right, yes. Yes.
Kai's mum and I should know her name as well, so there you go, Dave. We're both in big trouble.
Yes. they're great to see out here having a run.
And Kai's got some siblings here. Are they playing as well on this team, or is that?
I don't think so. I think that might be his brother out there with him actually. They're side by side at the moment, I think, the two boys.
Okay, yes, it looks that way. Yep.
So a bit of a turnover there, drop ball. So we'll see what the blue side can deliver here. So once again, there's young Declan's mum having a run with the boys.
Right, good hands there. Wasn't expecting that pass. Really, at this level of touch, we have the social element. We've got families out here playing. It's good to see them developing skills, whether it be just running and passing, but also one of the fundamental touch skills, Dave, that we work so hard at teaching with our rep players is this teamwork concept. That you can't play touch really well as an individual. You've got to find.
That's exactly right.
You've got to find a way to work with a group.
It's good for these young boys and girls to play against adults. They might be the kids might be better, actual touch players, but 9 times out of 10 it's the speed of the game that gets away from them. But it's good experience for them to step up and play against adults instead of just playing in their age group all the time. Oh, nice little switch there.
Nice, lovely switch. Just trying to see if I recognise any faces in the other team, Touchy Feely, and I don't. I'm pretty sure I recognise the name. They've been here before.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the scoreboard says. I think that is now 2-1. I think it's 2-1.
Yep.
And the young boys have got a plan to get them up the park. So nice butting up the middle.
See what they can put together here. And Declan.
What's their strike move going to be?
Well,
We'd like to see him step over the ball probably first.
We would.
Well, he's going to step back, dive through. A nice dive, but there was no room there.
No, the pass, the step back to the other middle probably was on there.
Mark has generously given them a penalty for offside, which I'm sure was correct.
Another set of 6 here, and it's good to see them move the ball a little bit here, and
even through the hands. So nice to see them the young fella carrying the ball in both hands, but be nice to see them hold it in a passing position, ready to go.
Well,
down and go. There you go. Give it.
And step back. Winger's in a fair bit of space there.
Yeah.
Maybe the young boys don't have confidence in mum, eh?
Mate, it may be that. It might be a vision issue as well, though. Dave said you've done a lot of junior coaching. How do you go coaching, particularly the boys, to improve their vision, their peripheral vision?
Yeah, there's a few scanning drills that we run out there, like especially when we're trying to get them to run their 4-on-3 plays or 3-on-2s. Just some drills so they're not just programmed to just pick up and throw, that they're looking at what the defence is giving them and trying to pick the right option.
So when we look at sport development, and I've noticed this a lot in our juniors, we get a lot of juniors coming in here for rugby league, and their primary mode of operating is to tuck the ball under an arm and try and break through tackles. Yeah. Obviously, you can't do that here in touch. It's not going to get you there. So, is there a starting point that you'd have for those players that you want to teach that the ability to pass, draw and pass?
Just starting with that 2-on-1. And a lot of the things, especially the younger kids, to develop is actually running and passing. Yeah. We see a lot with our juniors is that they can pass the ball, but a lot of them can't actually run and pass. Yep. So that's probably the first skill that they need to develop, is actually be able to pass
on the run,
and that draw and pass with one defender.
Really nice covering defence there from one of the dads, it looks like, out there. We've got some razzle-dazzle going on here.
Losing ground here.
And now we're at it. Forward. So we had a bit of pace and and the ball's gone around. Nice to see him keeping the ball alive, having some fun.
That's right. So the blue team got all ahead of them here now to get down the other end of the park. And subs are coming on. That's a coach killer right there.
first
touch.
pass dropped.
Yeah.
First pass dropped. Let's see if they can defend the line
And
here.
they're down to 5 players at the moment on the line.
Yeah. Both teams on 5. There's
Oh.
the space.
Yeah.
Nice dive over.
The winger couldn't get there in time, get onside, so we go out to a bit of a lead now. Touchy Feely.
So David, I'm putting you on the spot here, but talking about this running and passing, yeah, is there a skill set or a specific drill that you run to get kids learning to run and pass?
To start with, obviously, the pass is being able to actually throw a decent stationary pass.
Yep.
And then obviously, I say to a lot of our juniors, get in the backyard with your brother or your sister or
Mum or dad
or put a garbage bin there that you can throw it into and it's like a golf swing. It becomes a practiced habit, and as long as they develop the habit correctly to start with, it should be something that they just do naturally.
So you and I have been around touch for a few years now. Have you seen a change in the overall passing game of touch in the last, say, 20 years that we've been around the game?
Oh, definitely in the last, I reckon, probably at least 5 or 6 years. Is there's not too many, especially male players, who can't throw that long ball and hit the winger. If you gonna go anywhere probably within the male side of touch, then you need to develop that pass to be a threat. And you're starting to see a lot more of the girls being able to throw that double skip pass now as well.
Yes.
You look at the NRL Premiership, the couple of the Broncos girls, a couple of the Parramatta girls, Ash Quinlan, I know Tegan Phillips that plays here has been working really hard on her pass. You saw last year in the Super Series her developing that.
Another turnover and a touch pass to boot.
Yeah. You got the quick restart there, Allied Forces, but went a little bit too far with the ball. Oh, got a bit of speed.
That is just speed, and
that's just youth against old legs.
Yes.
You can't beat that.
Just from a coaching perspective as well, we've got to always try and tell that winger to not let the player outside him, and so you've got to anticipate a little bit earlier and bring, when we talk about working as a team, he should have been a little bit wider and moving wider earlier, but bringing his defence with him.
Use that sideline as another defender.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would agree, Dave, that the passing game has really changed in touch, and there is a lot of long balls. I mean, I think back to some of the early touch at high level I was able to play, and there was only 1 or 2 players in every team that you had to watch out for that long ball. But these days, even in the age brackets, those guns, the Tony El-Tashi types are still there that can chuck a long ball. But you've got to be aware there's players you've never seen throw those passes before that can do it.
Yep.
So if we can get our kids learning to pass the ball from an early age, surely it helps their skills development into those late teens. And
now with
20s.
the introduction also of the weighted balls that you can train with.
Yes.
Helps develop that longer pass. We start to use those a fair bit in our trainings. Those weighted footballs, especially with the.
Explain to us what you mean by a weighted football. I've used them before, but explain what you mean.
You can get a different weights in footballs. So you can get a 1 kilo. I think you can get maybe a little bit heavier. I don't think it goes too much heavier than that. And it's just basically used for training. So when you're practicing your passing, you use that heavier ball, so then when you get rid of the heavier ball and you come back to a normal footy, it feels so much easier. It feels so much easier.
I remember it's probably about 15 years ago, the first time I used a weighted ball was when I was in Victoria, and we were training for men's 30, so I'm giving away some age there, but we played with a water-filled ball. So someone had managed to fill a normal football with water.
Yep.
And when we got the original football back, or the unweighted ball back, what a difference just one training session with that weighted ball made a difference to the way that passing mechanism felt. So
it's a huge. There's so many new tools out there now that are available that can just improve those small aspects of the game. So we had Allied Forces hit back there with a try. Let's see if they can defend their try. And
some really good agility here from the
working
Touchy
really
Feely
well
team.
together. Good cover touch there.
A little late on the read. That's young Declan, isn't it?
No, that's I keep thinking of his brother. Oh, nice inside ball.
Nice inside pass. The referees are giving it all clear. Good score. Hit back straight away. So this game here is showcasing quite a few things for us. So we're seeing kids and parents playing. We're seeing men and women playing the same game. Yep. And we've got kids on the sideline down here watching along as well. Some that are a little bit too young to make the field. But there isn't really anyone that can't play a game of touch.
That's it. If you got 2 arms, 2 legs, and you can run, you can have a go. So,
right, nice run around.
Yeah. We'll see what young Declan can organise here, number 6.
Okay.
Oh, a little switch out dump.
Oh, good cover defence, but nice hold running.
Yep.
The young fellas. Go long. Yep, well done. Good defence.
I think sometimes these younger boys find it hard playing in these lower divisions because, as you know, with their rep training, they get,
they're forced to play against structure.
Well, they're forced to play against structure, and then they come up against these teams who don't really have a defensive structure. It throws them out a little bit, I think.
So another good aspect at half-time break. Welcome back from half-time, Palm Beach Touch. We're here for the second half of Touchy Feely versus Allied Forces in our mixed Division 6. At half-time, Mark Tewksbury, a lot of experience as a player and a referee, was able to spend some time with the Allied Forces talking to particularly the parents about a couple of things that they're trying to put into practice. And that
didn't.
Just a staggered line in defence again, not working together as a team.
Oh, we got a streaker.
We've got a streaker on the field, the young fella.
Wants to see mum.
Got to see mum, yeah. Something very important to tell mum, and is happy to run off right now. A couple more years, buddy, and then you can have a go.
That's it.
Just our juniors start from about the... we do have a program for our under-8s, don't we? But that's sort of a skills-based program?
Skill-based. I know we've had a fair bit of interest for people wanting under-6s, like... skill base.
Yep.
It's very. We have tried. It's very hard to. That age, the attention
span's pretty low these days. Yeah, it's pretty small.
I mean, it's good to have. It's good to have them if you've got enough, but just to get them involved and start that skill-based training really early.
So Touchy Feely have really started to open up with the speed game now and put them to the sword a bit the first 2 minutes here of the second half. But it's really important for teams just to knuckle down and work on what they can do. There's always someone faster than us, and the older we get, the more we understand that, Dave.
Yep.
And there's always someone with a little bit more skill, but
we just got to be a little bit smarter as we get older.
Yeah, a little bit smarter, and that teamwork really comes into it. So here they are driving up the field, Allied Forces.
Well,
nice touch.
I'd like to see Allied Forces maybe ruck the ball a little bit more and concentrate on their passing and retain a bit of possession.
So there are some very basic things, and even in rep teams we speak about this, but if you are wanting to receive the ball, just something as simple as getting your hands up ready to catch the ball can make a difference.
And even communicating
I want the ball.
That's right. So we know where you are. Even at the elite level, if you don't control the football, and you're turning it over and giving the opposition the ball more than they deserve, you're gonna get scored on.
It's interesting to see when you track what people's eyes do with the ball. Typically, we blame a pass for going high or into ground. You'll often find it's actually where their eyes are.
That's right. Or where their hands finish.
Yes, and I think the two things go together. The hands finish where the eyes tell them to finish.
Yes.
So, if you give the ball runner or the ball player a target to hit, more often than not the pass goes to hand. We saw a good example in just young Declan with his hands up. Oh, give that ball, please.
No, he's got the penalty.
All right, repeat set. Let's see what they can set. Some coaching at half-time from our coach here over the balcony down to Declan. Let's see if he learns from it.
Let's see if they listen.
Let's see if he listens. All right, so middle. Stepping out. Oh, there's a gap there in the middle. And that's well done, Declan. Read the space nicely.
He did. You could see he was looking to step back like we spoke about at half time, but no need.
That's good heads-up play because you would expect that defender in a more structured game to have pulled a lot harder corner than that. And so well done to Declan for reading what was in front of him.
So important now, Allied forces need to get a stop here. They've pretty much leaked a try every time they've scored one, so...
Yeah, play on call there.
Like to see Allied forces maybe compress their defence a little bit more around the ball and slide together.
There's a penalty for kicking the ball. I'm not sure whether that was put down or not, but good call by Mark. There's some talent in this touchy-feely team. This number 7 in particular, and a couple of the girls there have got some agility and some passing skills. We need to be talking to some of these players for our upcoming State Cup.
Yes.
To get themselves on the list.
I think one of the biggest problems we've always had with any touch club is getting teams to move up divisions.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I don't really know what Division 5's like, but I'm sure maybe
it's not much different.
Touchy-feely could probably go all right in Div 5 as well.
So one of the things we do here at Palm Beach Touch is we review every week's results, and if we find teams that are winning 10-0, 12-0, etc., they will not stay in this division. They will be heading up. Good ball carry, nice drive there.
Yep. So one thing here with the mixed game, also you look at Allied Forces setup here. They got the 3 girls on the one side of the field,
and that's good touch,
great touch,
well done, great cover.
Which is something you want to try to avoid in the mixed game, is having the girls on one side and the boys on the other.
Yeah,
predominantly you want the girl link defending on the left to right pass.
So it's funny when you referee some of these lower division games, you hear the team shout out, split the girls up as if they want to go boy girl.
Yeah.
But we see particularly in the rep side of the game that's not the way we do it. So we put the 3 boys in the middle of the park, and we'll have 2 girl wingers.
Yes.
And the girl link on that left to right pass.
Yep.
The weaker passing side.
Yep. So a repeat set here for Touchy Feely after the ball was knocked down. Got some space out there. Middle's up early, put some pressure on, which is great to see. Yeah. Take their time away.
They've got some pace on the outside. They're going to get through that space.
Yeah.
Just beating for pace.
Yeah. And that's going to happen with these younger boys. You know, when these kids come into the senior competition, and we try and put their rep teams in, or they come in as a group, we say to them, you're going to get beat for speed.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. They're faster and older, so...
But you're actually going to learn a lot more by seeing it, yeah?
That's it.
Yeah, I agree, Dave. That's... If you can experience better, well, then you can drive yourself to be better. Oh, well done, Declan.
And I guess it comes back to, what are the players here for? They're playing mixed 6 and having some fun, and it's a social outlet, and they get to play with their kids, and which may not happen, next year.
There's not many places it can happen. What other sports can we actually participate in where this can happen like this?
None that I know of. Maybe mixed netball, but that's probably about it, I think.
Yeah.
So, straight through the middle.
Good to see him chasing on, not letting it just go. It's not scored until the ball's on the ground.
That's it.
Good chase, Bud. Well done, Bud.
So I'm not sure what the score is now here, but I would
pretty much
imagine
one-way
that
traffic.
Touchy Feely have a comfortable lead at the moment. Let's see if Declan can pick on a middle here. They got the 2 girls defending in the middle, which is
Could be advantageous. So they're tapping on
they've
a
sent
link,
their link up.
and they've split the wrong way. Anyway, well, there it is. Well done. They've got away with it. Ball's on the ground first.
Yes.
Referee's going to award the touchdown.
And that's
Good
what
read
we
in the
spoke.
space in the end.
That's what we spoke about at half time with the 2 young boys, to try and go at the middle and run the two-step and step back and see if the other middle is there or not. And wasn't quite the correct setup, but they got the required result.
So the girls in the Touchy Feely team have had no subs. They still seem to be pretty keen to run. Mind you, this young fella here has got nice chase in the corner.
Oh, unlucky.
Great effort. So unfortunately, Filippo on the wing there just
couldn't match it with the
young boy.
With the young boy,
who does have some pace from here, pretty clear, but a lovely.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon the story will be tomorrow at work? That he beat 5 and scored in the corner.
Yes. Well, he's done that a few times. He's done the run around a couple of times. So let's see if the Allied Forces guys can work out that they need to get a little bit wider.
Yeah.
We haven't really had to see him step too much. He's just been able to go around.
A bit of speed.
Nice work. Yeah. Nice control pass. Oh. We'd love to see the initiation of the touch there and get the ball down, but that's what you expect. Well done.
Half here.
Oh, bad luck. Forced the pass.
Yeah.
Nice ad-lib play.
You see here, Touchy Feely tend to ruck the ball
pretty well
better than Allied Forces.
Very direct.
Yep. So this is third touch coming. Oh, nice.
Nice offload.
So getting down the field with no problem.
Here we go. They're setting up again on the outside. Not the ball's come back
touch
inside.
Coming, is it?
Yeah.
No
signal yet.
Fourth. Like to run the switches too.
Good agility.
Yeah.
Play on. I'm not sure about the play of the ball there. I'd have to go back and look at the videotape on that one.
Oh, nice long ball.
Lovely pass,
good
lovely
cover.
catch, and touching, passing. Yeah.
Oh, they had a go on the last throw.
Yeah, well done.
We see both teams on the one in the same sub box down here, which can be difficult. So another turnover by Allied Forces. Diving touch. It's left a
bit of a hole. Oh, well done. They put the pressure on. They got the ball back.
Yeah. You see the half accelerate there. See if Allied Forces can get down the other end here and ruck the ball. That one's not going to help.
Well, maybe a little bit early, that defender, but anyway, we've got away with it. Oh, yeah.
Incorrect roll ball there.
Got to step over the ball. Can't go outside the legs like that. Well picked up by the young referee. Oh, well done.
Space was there.
Space was there. The wing was coming in to cover that.
Yeah.
Can they ruck off their line, like you say? So they haven't shown a great deal of good rucking. Here we go. Good hit.
Well run onto there by the young fella. Finn, I think Finn is the younger Roberts boy. Need to get a half there now.
Well done. Yeah, that's the other thing you've got to learn to do is to find a dummy half.
Yeah. You'd like to. So the half's got to touch the ball.
Yeah.
Tewksbury's all over it. Way too early there.
Can't move until the dummy half touches the ball, or the referee calls play on.
That's right. As we often remind the referees.
yes, from a coaching box. Yes, I like to remind them on the field sometimes too.
Initiate that touch. Get them going backwards.
At this level of touch, we are seeing some pretty good defence here from. You going to play advantage on that? Yeah, I think he is. No, he isn't.
No, I would have liked to see a penalty there.
Should have been really brought back. Yeah. Prevented the dummy half from getting to the ball. Slowed the play the ball down.
Touchy Feely, they like throwing it around, which is great to see.
Good ball skills again for this level.
Themselves, yeah.
The camera will show that one to be forward, but the referee's rightly probably not in position to call that one.
Let's see what they've got on their last touch setup here. The fifth.
And she's giving the ball to the winger.
No one there.
And he's got through. Young boy. Good chase, Kai, I think that is.
Unlucky. Great dive, though.
Good dive. Good
Unlucky
effort.
though.
Not giving up. But the touchdown's been awarded. Another one for Touchy Feely. 3 minutes to go, Dave.
3 minutes. Let's see if.
So let's talk for 3 minutes. Let's say you're watching this. Maybe you're a parent and you're wondering whether or not you could participate out here. What would you say to them?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Like these. I know the likes of Philippa and some of these ladies out here. They probably didn't play probably any touch growing up. And,
Yeah.
with their involvement with their kids, of get out and have a go.
I think it's a wonderful experience. I mean, I had Kai in an under-10s program at Palm Beach in the junior touch, and one of the teams that I was coaching with one of my boys, and Philippa was there religiously with the boys, and it's great to see that, after maybe 1 or 2 seasons of coming and watching, that actually, you know what, you can get on the park.
Yeah.
You can get on the park. It doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter how fit you are,
Yeah.
you can get on the park and have a go. We have a level of touch that you can play at.
Yeah, as long as you're prepared to wake up a bit stiff and sore the next morning, you'll be fine.
But it's a funny feeling. Yes, there is that. Oh my goodness, what happened to me last night? But you know what? Through the day, you feel better and better, and that accomplishment of being able to get out in the park and have a go is something really beneficial.
That's it.
And plus, at work tomorrow morning. Here we go. Good catch.
Intercept. Has he got the speed?
Oh, he's got the winger beat.
They've given up on the chase.
Well done. At work tomorrow around the water cooler. What did you do last night? None of that watching maths or cooking shows or any other garbage on TV.
That's right.
I went and had a run with my kids. We played touch.
Yep.
Is that why you're walking funny? Yes, but it was good fun. If you start doing it week in, week out, it doesn't take long for the fitness to come.
No, the body's only used to what you give it.
Again, I'm really impressed by the ball skills here of Touchy Feely. The ball's gone to ground there, but they are prepared to throw it around and have some fun. It's good to watch.
That's it, and the girls are well involved. I think the majority of the time the girls are probably the more of the ball players than the boys.
From a kid's perspective, it's been a long time since we've been kids, Dave. But what do you think it is? What do you think it's like for these kids to get on the park with their parents and have a run around?
I think they would enjoy it. I know, I got opportunity to play with my kids, when they were a bit younger, and I know from my point of view, I enjoyed it. They probably got a little bit frustrated with me, but I think it's, and I think for the kids, for the parents, it gives them a better perspective of when they watch their kids play, especially when they play rep and training and. I think it gives them a greater appreciation of what goes into it.
All right, so there's full time on this game. Thanks for joining us at palmbeachtouch.com. That's our Mixed Division 6 first game on Monday the 19th of August. Looks like Touchy Feely over the top of Allied Forces. Stay tuned for our next game.